Alright, Schlockmeisters fans, another re-review from my previous channel, The Forest. Let's check it out. The movie starts with a couple of campers, hikers, husband and wife. Somebody following them?
There's something following us.
There's nothing out there. It's your imagination.
I don't think so. There's supposed to be bears or something around here?
No.
Well, the dude's wife was obviously right.
No. Please, no.
Poor wife then runs off and becomes victim number 2.
Charlie, I think you need a vacation. Why don't we go camping? I got a place that nobody goes.
Why not?
Because they don't know about it.
Their respective wives want to camp on their
You
own.
mean alone?
What is so funny about that?
Nothing. It's just that you couldn't do it.
The first coyote howling will send you running for home.
The guys don't think the girls can do it on their own, so they're going to follow them.
You sure you know where they're going?
Yeah.
Let's get started.
All right, look, I'm almost packed. Why don't you pick me up in 10 minutes?
You got a deal.
Well, the guys have some car trouble. They have to stop for 4 hours. So the girls got
$140 to plug a stinking radiator and 4 hours to fix it.
a great head start on them.
Pretty sure. How much further is it? I don't know. A couple hours. Whose dumb idea was this anyway?
It's going to be dark in about
The
an
guys
hour.
eventually get there, find the girl's car, so they know they're in the right place.
I'm going to give it my best shot.
Which way do you suggest?
Why don't you try following me?
You know, over the years, there's been some people ain't come back from in there.
Why not?
Who knows? Fell off a cliff, drowned. The only strange thing is, they're still missing. We never even found her body.
Well, she looks like her. You know me, Bert. I knew all of her. Not this one. She was from before. Before what? You know, last time.
Some ghostly children are out there.
Have you seen my children? You see them. Send them home. They must be punished.
Ow.
Playing in the yard?
No.
Your mother was looking for you.
The children are ghosts, but this guy's alive. Apparently their father.
You promised you would tell. You must hide. Daddy's coming.
It's not two children. One had a knife in her hand.
Starving to
Then that guy shows up, says he's hungry.
Stay away from me! Stay away from me!
I'll make this quick. I promise.
Stay away from me!
What did you do that for?
Well, the one girl's dead. The other one manages to get away and jumps in the water. So the guys stumble upon the camp of the man, the killer.
What do you think? Should we knock?
Maybe nobody's home.
No. Look. There's something cooking on the stove over there.
I mean, sure smells funny. I wonder what it is.
Beats me. You're the cook.
Me. Since I married Teddy.
You shouldn't be here. If Daddy sees you, he will be angry.
Are they yours?
Daddy then shows up and the kids disappear.
Yeah. They were mine.
He invites them to eat. He tells them it's a doe, but it's really his wife he's eating.
I think it's pretty good.
In a flashback, he tells him his story about how he caught his wife in bed with the refrigerator repairman.
Hi, Eddie. What are you doing home from work so early?
He asks where the kids are, and she said they're in the closet. She keeps them in there while she bones other men.
Why did you do this?
They like to play in there.
We obviously recognize his wife as that ghost we saw before asking about her kids. Dude's finally had enough and kills her. The repairman calmly went outside to actually fix that broken refrigerator. But our man fixes him for good with a giant saw blade in front of the kids.
You know, first those two little kids, then that old man, and now an empty campsite.
The next day they search for the girls.
Charlie, of course I'm sure it's the site. Look, there's tents, there's sleeping bag.
Please don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Please. We just want to be your friend. You come along here.
Warn me?
That's when hunting.
So with our cannibal hermit on the prowl and eating her friend, she decides to hide. Good plan. The guys separate, and this dude hurts himself.
In the woods.
By yourself?
Mostly. But sometimes we visit our father.
Where's your mother?
We didn't like her. She was mean.
What?
She's dead. Daddy killed her. Being alive. Being alive is so sad.
How did you die?
We killed ourselves.
Killed yourself?
Yes.
No. Richard.
When you see them, send them home. They are naughty. They must be punished.
Cannibal hermit then strikes.
What's the matter with you, man? Are you crazy? Crazy? Of course I am. We're all crazy. Winter's coming. I gotta have food, that's all.
They have a fight that ends up in the water, where Cannibal Man drowns him. Our female survivor finds her husband's friend strung up Ed Gein style. He's about to kill the woman, and the kids convince him not to.
I wish your mother was here.
Cannibal Man then finds her husband with the hurt leg, but he can still fight. But before he can actually kill him, his ghost of a wife shows up, or is it the actual wife of the guy? Combination of both?
Too soon, I hope. Bye. My children, they're gone. For good. Don't believe you. Nevertheless, they aren't here.
All right, another view from the car. It's been a while since I did one of those. Let's talk about The Forest. This is a movie that I rented from a video store called, actually it was a grocery store called Red Owl. It was in Two Rivers, Wisconsin back in 1986 maybe. Had on the same tape with a movie called Don't Go in the Woods, which I think I've reviewed earlier on my channel here. Those two films seem to be kind of linked for some reason. Don't know why, but they were for me too. But anyway, The Forest is a 1982 horror movie, stars no one in particular, directed by a guy named Don Jones. And we have a pair of couples, but they pair off boy, boy, girl, girl. The husbands go off and the wives go off, trotting into the forest. There's some sexism, some male chauvinism going on. It's kind of like a Flintstones episode where the guys don't think the girls can camp on their own. The girls want to show that they can, so they go out ahead of the boys. The boys are going to follow them, but then they have some car trouble and they're stuck 4 hours behind because they had to get the radiator fixed or something like that. So anyway, the girls are in the woods, and of course, like a Flintstones episode, the girls are feeling a little lost without their husbands. They wish they were there. The husbands eventually do show up, but then they got to find the girls who are out somewhere in the woods. Who knows? What they don't know is that there's a cannibal in the woods, this old hermit who's been there for a while, and he basically kills and eats anybody who comes. So we saw him in the very beginning of the film. He attacked another couple that was out there and killed them. He chases the girls down. One of them gets away, and then one of them gets captured. He stabs her and kills her. And then he takes her back and starts cooking her up. Meanwhile, the guys show up and they run into the hermit first of all, and then he invites them to spend the night and gives them some of the food that he's cooking, which happens to be the wife of one of them. And then throughout this movie, though, in addition to these this cannibal out there, there's the ghosts of these two children who keep popping up, and they watch things and they talk to one of the girls at one point. And then the hermit guy, tells the two males, the chauvinist guys, the story how he lived with his wife, and he came home early, found his wife in bed with a refrigerator repairman. While she was in bed with him, she'd stuck her two kids in the closet so they couldn't, so they were just out of her hair while she boned this other guy. And she didn't even apologize when the husband caught them. She's like, well, you're limp dick anyway. You hardly get it up, so what do you expect? He ends up killing his wife. Then he goes kills the refrigerator repairman. He grabs the two kids from the closet and says, we got to get out of here. So they lived in the woods ever since. But the kids tell a story about how their dad is kind of a bad guy. The mom was a bad guy too, they say. But the kids apparently killed themselves. And they're little kids, like 10, maybe. I don't know, like a boy and a girl. But they kind of, I don't know if they're there to warn or protect people or tell people what's going on in the woods. Who knows? But eventually the cannibal guy gets a hold of one of the guys, kills him. Happens to be the wife or the husband of the woman he ate last night. So we're eventually left with the two survivors, who they eventually do find each other. He's about to kill one of them, but then the woman comes up and she stabs the guy. But there's like the ghost of the wife too is involved. She stabs, I don't know, it's just kind of a big convoluted mess. But ultimately the hermit is dead. Our couple apparently are going to be okay. The one guy hurt his leg, I guess, crossing the river, fell down. And then at the end of the movie, the kids say goodbye for the last time to the couple. And then the woman, the mother, she's a ghost too. The mother of the two kids also comes by and says, have you seen my children? Blah, 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 which she's been looking for them the entire film. Anyway, that's it. Now, it's a weird little film. I do like... It's a cheap film, but I do like kind of the creepy vibe this gives. It's very a quiet, isolated, in the woods type of feel, and I kind of like that. It's just very strange. The whole aspect of the ghost children and the ghost mom is kind of weird too, especially since the mom was the bitchiest of them all. She was horrible. But she's a ghost, and we're supposed to have sympathy for her because she's looking for her children. I don't know. I don't quite get it, but whatever. Anyway, that's The Forest. It's an okay film. It's just a weird little slasher from 1982. Now, this is available on Blu-ray, I believe. This was a DVD from Code Red, so I'm thinking Code Red did the Blu-ray also. I'm not sure, but anyway, I'll leave a link to that down below if you're looking for it. Yeah, it's just an odd little film, odd little horror film, but I kind of dig it a little bit. So check it out. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think about The Forest. Watch it. Bye.